like the transformative power of red lipstick. You kind of have to make the decision to kind of jump in and put it on. You know, without red lipstick, I feel like something is missing. Like my whole life is in black and white. My whole being is in black and white. And I need that color. It just makes you feel more like the boss.
Oh, I love how I look in this robe. Guys, good job. Lighting is great. We are in La La Land in Hollywood. Old Hollywood to me reminds me of my grandmother. You know, she always had red lipstick and red nails. Anytime she could, she would just like give you a pose.
My partner makes me feel really glamorous. He's always like, oh, baby, you look absolutely gorgeous. And I'm like, I just woke up and I haven't brushed my teeth yet.
We are meeting Gabriela Hernandez from Bésame Cosmetics. It is a full makeup line, basically replicating makeup from past decades, trying to bring back that old Hollywood glamour into today.
And I would have never thought about the history of makeup and a historian making a cosmetic line, but it seems that she's created her own reality around the things that she loves.
So I'm really excited to try on the exact lipstick hue from the 1930s and feel glamorous.
These cosmetics from a time where men ruled the makeup industry. And I like it because she's kind of like taking it back.
So this week we are gonna go to a flea market and we're gonna go source out some vintage makeup that she uses as inspiration. And then Rach and I are gonna have a full-on vintage transformation.
Stepping to the past is a little different for me. I have to do it in my own way. For me, I'm going all Josephine Baker.
I love the name of her beauty company. It's one of my mom's favorite boleros. Bésame, bésame mucho means kiss me generously. Kiss me as much as you possibly can because I love you and because I love myself.
All right. I am done. What? Would you like the white dress, honey? That's how my grandma spoke.
Attitude while we rockin' costume jewels. Never step out without the GL, so we seven designer shoes. Service sounds better than speed to hear first. Line and dear hide and we pop our colors. Way better than dollars. These gentlemen ballers be throwing away cause they too scared to holler. Tell us how it's all living luxury.
Oh, the whole family's in the car.
It's so cute, isn't it? Look at the puff. It actually looks like a little fan. That's adorable. It has nothing in it though, so it's not good for me. I'll do that. I'll get both of these. Hi. I'll take both of these.
Gabriela.
Hi. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Good. Too. I found a couple of things that I like.
You did?
Already? And I bought. It's really cute. It has a little powder in here. And a little blush in there. Look, and it has your lipstick in there.
Oh my God.
So this is where you find your inspiration?
Yes. I look for things that I haven't seen before, and then if I happen to find something that has the color inside, then I can take it out and actually analyze the color to see if it's something we already make or it's a new color that I don't have.
So is it fun having a mom that's like super into makeup and can give you like all the access? So fun, I'm super jelly. You have a very like kind of like old Hollywood glam look to you too.
Thank you.
So pretty.
That's my aesthetic.
Yeah, that's your aesthetic. Okay, then. Right on, girl. Where were you born, Gabriela?
I was born in Buenos Aires, Argentina, in a very, very small town that consisted of about 4 square blocks. I'm an only child, so I was kind of used to entertaining myself. Was either playing with my dolls or I was, mixing stuff or collect like little bottles and things. Like when my mom went to the salon, I would like keep all the little vials and things that they would put on her hair.
So knowledge has changed. Good to know.
So you're 12 years old, you're in Argentina, and now you and your parents are moved to New York.
Compared to where I was coming from, New York was really, really gritty and a lot of creaking and noises and all kinds of things that I wasn't used to. We left because we just didn't want to live there. My mom was terrified. So at that point, we moved to California. That's so funny, these cameras. See, they sell them as antiques, and I used to actually shoot a camera like that.
Really?
Really?
Yes. It's just funny that, they display it as like, oh, this is so old. I didn't actually have an interest in beauty as much as I had an interest in design and photography. So I went into art direction. After a few years, I got some accounts that had to do with beauty that involved creating products for other lines. So it kind of got me interested into what I personally would like. So I started kind of doodling and doing things that I remember, like maybe my grandma had things like this.
So what was the eureka moment when you decided, I'm gonna try making this lipstick?
Well, I had so much work already into it that I thought, well, I'm just gonna try one. And if it works, then I can keep going. If it doesn't, it was just a nice experiment. And, I got to make something that I thought was really pretty. All these things started to happen with it. People started finding it. I really didn't market it at all.
It's like a little side project.
A side project.
I love how you said that so nonchalantly. You're like, I have this thing, I made a lipstick, I made a website, and I just put it up. But
Yeah.
there's so much detail, there's so much detail that went into that. Oh wow, look at this one.
Oh yeah, that's it.
This one's-
I know this one.
You found something?
Actually, I have.
So good at this. Do you think this is the original lipstick?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yeah, they made that shade. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, and this is what, 70s?
What do you think
Yeah,
this
this is like late 60s.
Made in England, like you said, there was a lot made in
a
England,
lot
right?
because of their brass. Oh yeah, look at
Wow.
these guys. That's cute.
No.
Oh, those are good. Look at this one. This is.
The era that inspires me the most is the 40s and 50s.
I love the 50s so much. Well, I grew up, watching like I Love Lucy and like Dick Van Dyke, Bewitched and all that stuff.
The 50s was definitely elegant with the wasp waist and the full skirts. I loved that.
A lot of stuff was going on, but women always found the time to make themselves feel beautiful in their own ways.
I really love history. There's something I love about each and every decade. I'm gonna probably stop at the 70s.
One of my favorite style icons is Carmen Miranda.
Any film that is black and white that I've ever seen will inspire me.
I feel most glamorous when my shoulders are back, I have that pant or that great dress and that red lip on.
Makes me happy inside because I'm wearing the colors that I like, the shapes that I like. I like the feeling of the rayons.
Oh, okay. Work it, mommy. Work it, mommy. Work it, mommy. In the heels. Oh my goodness, Bésame.
You look fabulous.
Thank you. You guys do too. Look at you. So I have a lot of goodies in here. All kinds of interesting stuff.
Okay, Jess, ready?
Yeah.
So you see, I kind of put it out and I can see the shade. I can see like the undertone of the shade and then see if it kind of fits in or if it's too close to something we already have. So I do this with all of the colors.
I love that you're so dedicated to authenticity.
It's important to me to know kind of what people did and what people liked before because there must have been a reason why these colors were popular and people haven't changed that much. So if they actually worked for a lot of people before, they probably will again.
I actually feel like I've been transported back into time when I talk or just listen to Gabriela. I almost feel like she floats instead of walks. But then you talk to her and you're like, whoa.
Powerhouse.
Yes.
Were people telling you like you're crazy, you're making a mistake?
Yeah, just like do something else. This doesn't this isn't gonna sell. It's too niche, it's just not marketable. It was definitely more of a passion thing and more of a personal project than something that I thought had mass appeal. So, and that's one of the reasons it was hard to get somebody to make it for me, because they didn't see a mass appeal either.
At what point during this century did you see an influx of women running cosmetic or beauty businesses?
I think it started like in the 80s when Sephora first came here, and there were a lot of indie brands in Sephora, and a lot of these brands were brands that were started by women.
So from 1900, from the turn of the century to 1980, mainly men.
There were a few women, but unfortunately, most of the women ended up losing their businesses to men.
Wow.
In really sad ways too, because when something started to make money, the men would want it back. And so they would get rid of the women. And a lot of times it was very popular to declare somebody insane and take over their business. Yeah, so in my castle today, I have some red lipstick here. This is cherry. Medium to dark skin tones really do really well with this. Lighter skin tones, it's a little bit more gothic.
How can I just drench and dip my whole body and then come out as a beautiful cherry red?
So basically you just take the mold and you would pour it in like this. See, it starts to already get solid.
Yeah.
Open up the mold.
Oh, wow.
Play around with it.
I really want to try some on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you like dark colors or you like more brights? Yeah.
It's a little chilly outside, so
Yes.
maybe like a darker tone.
Let me try. This
the
one is
Merlot?
Merlot. So
Okay.
try that one. Merlot is kind of a middle of the road color, something more subdued that people would use for work. Tango is kind of interesting. It's kind of one of those oranges that I told you that was kind of in the 30s because the whole orange blossoms and things like that. Victory Red is a color that was made in 1941 to go with the uniform women in the service were wearing.
So when did makeup become more acceptable to wear?
As women went more and more into the workforce, became more independent and had jobs, they started to wear a little bit of makeup like a lipstick or, some powder. They kind of used it to get ahead in their job because the nicer you looked, of course, you would get promotions. It was part of the way of moving up.
Also, what I find really fascinating about her lipsticks is that each color is associated to a year that it was kind of like popular
so
in.
Cool.
When you're in that space of putting on your lipstick in the morning and having that ritual with yourself, other women like you have worn this red in the past. Women who have wanted to take the time to just put on lipstick and feel good.
You haven't done me yet.
Okay, so
I'm closing my eyes, you just have to pick. I'll leave my lips exposed.
I would go with red velvet. It's a really nice kind of serious red.
It's perfect for me, I'm very serious.
Very serious.
About life?
Yes.
Who were some of your first customers then?
I think people that like that lifestyle, vintage enthusiasts, or even history enthusiasts. Now we have a variety of customers. Police detectives. One is a rocket scientist, and another one is a mechanic for the Air Force, and a lot of really interesting women. They're very receptive to knowing exactly what I'm doing, and these ladies really want detail. They want the meat.
I don't think that I was born in the wrong era. I was born just the right time.
Okay, first of all, just because I'm wearing an outfit from the 1930s, 40s, 50s, or 60s doesn't mean I reflect those values.
I feel like I'm a representation of a lot of women from that era who didn't get some of the opportunities that I get just in everyday life.
Even today, we're still struggling with it, but it doesn't mean that you don't celebrate everything that women are. We've always been mothers, we've always been pioneers.
Within the vintage scene, women of all races are definitely out there, but I feel like there is such a struggle still for us to have a window. So I'm so happy to be here today.
I wear these clothing and I carry myself in this way to say, hey, you may have been able to hold back other people, but you can't hold me back from wearing what I want to wear and being who I want to be and being strong in that.
Hello. Today, on Beauty Mark, Rachel and I are getting a full vintage makeover.
We're working on our glow, darling. Our 30s glow. Pool boy! Pool boy!
Where's the pool boy?
Makeup artists back in the 30s would separate actresses' eyelashes with a pin to get them like very long and individual and kind of spiky looking.
That's so cool.
I think about how long that must have
Yeah, I was
taken.
gonna say that. It's like such tedious work.
Today, Rachel and I are getting a makeover by you and your fabulous team. So you're going to be photographing us?
Yes.
How exciting!
So I'm gonna use my old-fashioned cameras.
Oh, so
We're
authentic.
bringing out the big guns. How do you honor the past without romanticizing it or over-romanticizing it?
I tried to be very realistic about what the issues were in the past. I mean, it wasn't all rosy. We had a lot of problems. We had a lot of products that were toxic to the skin, toxic to women, and we didn't know about it. And a lot of them suffered a lot because of this. These men that created the Hollywood iconic looks and the way that makeup should be applied were very mathematical because they were going by kind of standard proportion that had to do with Renaissance art. You can't really do this because then you're not allowing somebody to be themselves. Every time I think of making a new item, I have to really kind of vet it in my head that people are really going to be able to use this and that it fits into a routine in a way that is not convoluted and it's not difficult. And there's a lot of products we don't make because I just can't get behind them. It is very subversive what we're doing. Yes.
I know, it's so great, you know, because we're going to be recreating a photo shoot. It's everything very authentic, except now you will have two
luscious, curvy
women of color.
Yes.
Bam.
Yes.
Being photographed by a female photographer.
I don't think you're ready.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Oh, hello, Gabriela, darling. I haven't seen you in so long. It's lovely.
I feel very romantic.
So glamorous. Oh my goodness. Mwah. Mwah. Poster-worthy. There you go. I kind of like the past because things seem to repeat themselves in patterns. The more that you look into it, the more that you get insight. It's a way that you can kind of predict what's going to happen next in the future.
It's been really interesting getting to know Gabriela. She gave a lot of context to makeup.
Oh, I love that. It's so cute.
Women who have come and gone and used makeup as a tool for survival, for ascension.
I'm so grateful for the small things in life and for the lipsticks and for the mascaras and knowing that these things that may seem frivolous connect me so deeply to so many other women from this era and eras past.
All right, and I'm done.
Thanks for watching Beauty Mark.
If you like what you saw,
Subscribe for more. I said
You did it. Okay, you're leaving me.
Sorry, I got really excited.